Joe Hyland, Marketing Director at Taulia. Thank you very much for participating in this interview. I wanted just to find out, what does Taulia do?
Yeah, so Taulia is a P2P platform. We work with some of the biggest companies in the world, companies that we think are the most innovative in the world, to really strengthen their trading relations with their suppliers, with their entire supply chain. So everything from delivering purchase orders, so purchase order presentment, through electronic invoicing, getting invoices into their ERP system and approved, and then ultimately paying invoices earlier and capturing a discount in the process. So our customers typically see savings in the millions, $2 to $3 million of discount capture per $1 billion in spend. Mm-hmm. That's a ratio that we see across our customer base, with a free service to their suppliers.
Great. And why is the shared services market important to Taulia?
Yeah, the shared services market is incredibly important to us. Quite simply, a lot of our customers and companies that we are speaking with on a daily basis have shared services centers. So it's a market that we've seen kind of change and evolve a lot over the last 3 or 4 years, and ultimately the finance and payables functions reside, or there is a lot of responsibility for those departments within shared service centers. Mm-hmm. So getting in front of shared service decision makers and really being able to help them drive change across their entire organization, starting with the shared service center, is paramount.
Mm-hmm. So you talked about shared services directors there, and that it was important to get in front of them. Who else do you like to get in front of to make sure a deal happens?
These are interesting solutions because they touch so many different departments. So we typically sell to shared services, of course, finance or the payables department. Oftentimes payables rolls up into finance, procurement, and treasury.
Mm-hmm. Okay. And why do you work with Shared Services Link?
A couple reasons. One, Shared Service Link is just a great organization to work with, and I couldn't recommend them any stronger. They've been great at getting us in front of the people that we need to talk to and the people who our message most resonates with. And on a personal note, but one that's pretty important to us, you guys are just great to work with, and that's important to us. We work really hard, and our jobs often intertwine with our personal lives, and who we work with and the quality of their character is very important to us. This is not just a 9-to-5 job for us at Taulia, and we look at our partnerships as truly that, real partnerships and not like vendor relations. We just really like working with them.
Thank you. That's nice to hear. So what services does Shared Services Link provide for you?
I think our experience with Shared Service Link mirrors and parallels the growth that they've seen. So we started working with them, or you guys, because we attended the events. They put on these great in-person seminars, I'll call them, which are really meant to be educational, which is fantastic for us. That's the same environment that we sell in. It's really about educating potential customers on how they can benefit from working with us. So working with Shared Services Link at these events was fantastic. And as they have broadened, we've kind of grown with them. So we now do thought leadership pieces. They just did a great white paper for us, blog posts, which I'll kind of put underneath the thought leadership umbrella, newsletters, direct email. So we've done a little bit of everything with them, and they're one of our best partners.
That's great. And I mean, you talked about the nature of the relationship earlier. Anything else that you would add regarding describing the relationship?
Yeah, I think this is a really important point. You guys listen. So I think you understand, or I know you understand, our business and our challenges and our goals and objectives, and really go out of your way to provide a service that addresses our challenges and our goals. So that's not even just staying within the bounds or the parameters of our kind of contractual relationship. Mm-hmm. We put out good content, and if you guys think it serves the market, you know, mm-hmm. a couple of days later we see it in your newsletter. Mm-hmm. because you just think it's the right thing to do.
Yeah.
That's not common. It should be, but it's not.
That's good. So obviously there are other players in this space, some that I suppose you could say directly compete with what we do or parts of what we do, and others are a little bit on the edges, but others that I suppose compete for your budget, your marketing budget. In your experience, in what way does Shared Services Link perhaps differ from the other companies that you partner with?
Well, I think you guys provide, and we participate with you in a broad mix of mediums, from in-person events to thought leadership to being included in your newsletters to your subscribers. You kind of cover the full spectrum of everything we're doing and everything we're trying to accomplish, which I think is pretty unique.
And what business have you secured, or do you anticipate you might secure through your investment with Shared Services Link?
I can't quantify this with a dollar value, but I'll say there's a reason we keep coming back, or a reason thus far why we've kept coming back. We have absolutely been put in front of decision makers who have the authority to decide on and sign off on, or are leading the projects, or leading initiatives for their companies. And to be able to have a direct conversation with a company and an executive from that company who's chartered with finding a solution within the P2P chain is invaluable. And sometimes, particularly when you're selling to large enterprises, they move slowly. So what we've found as a significant benefit is when they come to your conferences, or if they're kind of active consumers of your content, these are decision makers who are ready to act, and what could be a 18 to 24 month sales cycle is all of a sudden shortened to 6 or 9 months. And for us, there's tremendous value in that. We've definitely found companies that we've been in dialogue with, meeting and engaging with them again at your events has definitely helped to shorten our sales cycle.
That's great. Final question, Joe. What is your advice for anyone else looking to get into the shared services market regarding possibly using Shared Services Link?
Yeah, I mean, I would recommend anyone considering messaging to the shared service market that they work with someone who has experience, is knowledgeable, and has proven results with this audience, and that is absolutely Shared Services Link.
That's great.